Snake Cinema Podcast stepping in. Your one-stop review, let it sink in. Hip-hop vibes, we break it down. Laughs and insights all around.
What it do, what it do. Welcome to another episode of Snake Cinema Podcast. I'm your humble host, Prince Elias of Creative Reptiles, and it's gonna be a great show as always. This show is brought to you by ENT Reptiles, Orlando and TJ. Thank y'all for always supporting the channel, supporting your boy, much appreciated. Y'all tap in, follow them on all social medias and support my brothers. Let's see. Before we get started, don't really have much news of the week, except for we do have another in memoriam. Rest in peace. I tell y'all, Jimmy Carter is not playing. He keeps calling all these celebrities home, but we still got evil people walking this earth, but I digress. Anyways, rest in peace to the actor James Van Der Beek. I think I said his name right. Van Der Beek. Mr. Dawson's Creek. If y'all ever watched this show, Dawson's Creek, he's the actor, star of that show. He passed away to, I believe they said, colon cancer, so rest in peace to him. And another actor has passed away this week, which I cannot remember. Charge it to my head, not my heart. But that was the biggest one that everybody was like, oh my gosh, can't believe he's gone. He passed away quietly in his home with his family after a long battle of cancer, it says. I think this is from TMZ. TMZ, they say what you want about them. They have always been an evil tabloid, disrespectful organization. However, when it comes to announcing these celebrity deaths, they do not miss. They be the first and they be correct every time. They have yet to mess up in the past decade when it came to these announcements. But unfortunately, yeah, he's gone. R.I.P. He's been in more than just Dawson's Creek. He's been in movies and TV shows, but that's what I know him from. But yeah, so sad for cancer. Cancer is horrible. Speaking of that horrible disease, last night on Wiz Constrictor's channel, they did part one, auction for Bosa and his family. For those who don't know, Bosa's lovely wife Diana did pass away from her battle with cancer. And Bosa and his children are still left with so much things. Grief, heartache, bills, medical bills, things of that nature. So we're trying to do the best we can to help our brother out. So part two of the auction, things that did not get auctioned off last night, will be up tonight on Sophisticated Ignorance. I think Wiz is going to push the time up. It usually starts around 8:45 my time, Central. But I think he's going to push it up maybe an hour or so early so that they could, get these auctions through and done and get all the items, listed and shown in auction off. So if you missed anything last night, watch the replay on Wiz's channel, #replay gang. But there are still a lot of items, a lot of store credits, a lot of merchandise, and a lot of animals still left to be auctioned off. And we're all doing it for a great cause. We're doing it for Bosa. And if you don't want to participate in the auction, but you still want to help him, his Cash App is, the QR codes is right here, under, right there, and then also up there. And let me see. I'll show the banner. Yes, KeyK03, Cash App KeyK03. So please, you can donate to Bosa directly and not have to auction, participate in the auction. You can just donate and bless him and help him and his children out. We love you, Bosa. Diana Strong forever. But yeah, so that is the news and housekeeping. So again, if you did not get anything last night during part one of the auction, there is part two. Part two on Wiz's channel, Wiz Constrictors, a Sophisticated Ignorance Show, will be part two of the auction. Also, OTP, on DJ's channel, Royal Caribbean Exotics, they will have a podcast before Sophisticated Ignorance. So tap in and support the OTP. All right. Let's talk to the people in the Chizzy Chest. I kept y'all long enough. And first, always, is our sponsors, ENT. Let's see. Good morning. Might have to catch the replay right in there. That's all right. I understand. Y'all only got a limited amount of time when y'all in town. Y'all got to take care of the animals and the household and stuff before y'all get back on the road. So I get it. But appreciate you. Caw, Wiz. There we go. Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. And yes, happy Valentine's Day to everybody, all the lovers and friends out there. Happy Valentine's Day. It's just a normal day for me, but if anybody wants to partake in some Uber Eats, let me know. If you know, you know. I'll never turn that down. Mitzi and Parker. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate y'all. Good morning. Father Dunn, Uptown Exotics. Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Yeah. Bad Bunny. We're going to talk about that this morning. Appreciate you. Tommy, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Ewok, thanks for tapping in. Heck yeah. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Yes, Father. Yes. Even though we know you're not single, you can keep lying to us. Father said, happy Valentine's Day to all the single people. Yeah. We need love too. We need some Uber Eats in our lives. We like flowers too. Good one. Yes. Happy Love Day to everybody. Appreciate y'all. Let's see. Batter up. AA run number 3. Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I know y'all tired. Y'all stayed up late. I went to bed on y'all last night. I watched the auction as long as I could. But then I was like, I got to wake up and do the show in the morning. So I left y'all with to bed. But I know y'all are tired. Let's see. Man, I'm so mad. I missed out on them shorts though. I think Row won them. I missed out on those shorts, but man, that's hilarious. That was funny. TJ, the other half of ENT, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Jesus. AA Ron said he had to be up at 5:30 for work. Jesus. Oh man. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Yep, Ro did get the shorts. Oh, I can't stand him. I wish I was paying attention. I was doing a lot of stuff last night. I was cleaning snakes and checking on the pregnant girls, and I was doing so much stuff. By the time I came back to the auction just to look and see what was up, I was like, dang it. They already auctioned off the shorts. Don't worry, I'm gonna be tuned in tonight. I may not be on the panel because one thing I've learned over the years is that being on the panel is tough. Being on a panel during an auction is even worse for my mental. So I'll be in the chats chopping up with y'all and try to win something. I'm gonna try to win something. Doggone it. Oh man, maybe some store credit or some t-shirts or something. Y'all are crazy. Eric B, thanks for tapping in. Yes, smash that like, hit subscribe, and notifications. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Even though I know he about to talk shit in like 5 seconds. See? Let's see what we arguing about today. See? Eric is a fool. Let's see. Uber Eats is subpar, preferred to DoorDash. Hey, I'll take both this Valentine's Day. I'll take either or. So I mainly do DoorDash too, but the whole time I've been misinterpreting Uber Eats. Oh man. Yeah, when it comes to me, Uber Eats means something totally different. It has nothing to do with food. If all it does, it ain't nobody lying to you. I wish I would. Oh, oh, sending well wishes to Ro. He wasn't feeling too well last night. Getting, oh man, poor Ro. Hope you feel better. Yes. Man, what? Oh yeah, the jersey. Oh my gosh, that thing was so nice, man. I can't wait to see the pictures though. Ro better post a picture of him wearing the jersey and the shorts. He better. Hope he gonna bully him. Right. We said Uber Eats is hilarious still. Yes, it is. Oh man. All right. So let's not waste y'all times because I know some of y'all are still sleepy from last night's auction and got things to do. Let's see. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna talk about the first things first, the Bonito Bowl. This past Sunday there was some sports. I think it was basketball. I don't know, maybe soccer, but some sports event happened. And in the middle of that game, there was a beautiful, wonderful, amazing cultural concert with some fine specimen called Bad Bunny. I don't know this bunny, but he was definitely fine. Bad Bunny, aka Bonito, he performed at the 60th. Yes, this is the 60th year Super Bowl halftime show, brought to you by Jay-Z and Rock Nation. and it was. I watched it again this morning. I watched it Sunday, but I watched it again this morning. And it was a time to be had for something that was 13 minutes long. He did a lot and showed a lot, kind of in the same vein as Kendrick last year. So much messaging, subtle and non-subtle, in your face, like so. And if you know, you know. One thing I really love is one, he did double down and did not, because he has songs in English. He does. Bad Bunny does have songs in English, and he do speak English and sing in English. However, he told y'all, fuck y'all, I'm going in my native tongue. And he did that. There was no English to be said except for the end when he said God bless America. And also when Lady Gaga popped up and did her Latino rendition of Die With A Smile, which I thought was pretty cute during the whole wedding scene. There was a damn wedding. Somebody actually got married during this half-pole show, which hats off to that couple. That lovely couple. They were nice. But I have to say, for someone who does not know what the fuck he said, I was dancing, I was rocking, I was I was jamming like it was great. It was great. His vocal range, his breath control, like the mic was on, y'all. The mic was on, but it wasn't no lip singing, but it was just the whole performance was amazing. The dancing, oh my gosh, I was looking at all the background dancers. I was being a hoe, I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at the men and the women, and Jesus, like I'm like, I need to go to Puerto Rico. Y'all out here. I need to make a trip. And for those dummies out there, yes, Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. It is a U.S. territory. So they are American. They are part of the Americas, the Americas, as he said. Um, and the costuming, the funniest thing about the but one thing I love is that he did incorporate history of the Puerto Rican culture, like the sugar canes, the bad generator poles to throw shots at when they had that horrible hurricane storm that tore up Puerto Rico, and the U.S. government couldn't even give them proper generators to get their power back to, like, it was so much. He had small businesses, like the guy who had the little food truck stand. That was a legit real business, so that guy got some free advertisement being a part of this show. um and it was just so many little nuances. But the funniest thing, if you're on Threads, because we don't do Twitter no more, we do Threads. If you're on Threads the day after, because everybody who was a part of that concert had to sign a contract, an NDA, saying they couldn't say shit about it until after the show. The funniest thing is waking up on Threads and seeing so many people posting pictures of them dressed like the sugar canes, the little trees, the plants, because those were actual people dressed up in costumes as plants. I think they said it was like over 200 people out there dressed as the little sugar cane, the trees, the bushes. And so now that the embargo was lifted and they could actually talk about it, say, yes, I performed with Bad Bunny at Sumo. It was, my timeline was filled with people dressed as trees. And so that was hilarious. That was crazy. Threads is that's my new favorite social media app. Like, that was crazy. It was just so beautiful. The costuming, the dancers, the singers, the special celebrity guests. I had to watch that twice to see who I missed, because he had a lot of. We saw Pedro Pascal in the audience. We saw Ricky Martin. We saw Lady Gaga. They showed Jessica Alba. Yes, she's Latino. For those who don't know, he had a Cardi B. Cardi B was back there. The fact that you get Cardi B to be your background dancer show that you a bad bitch. Bad Bunny is a bad bitch. But just the little nuances. The fact that he celebrated and showed the diaspora, because there is a diaspora wars. One thing I really hate is the Black Americans versus Africans. I hate that, but it's also the same thing with the Latin culture. Like, there are people in Latin cultures who don't want to acknowledge or admit that there are Black people in their culture as well. Like the whole Dominican versus Cubans versus, like, there's so many different shades of color in different ethnic backgrounds, and there are coons everywhere. There are people who self-hate, that hate themselves, hate their skin color, hate their skin tone, and they project that onto others. Well, Bad Bunny was the best. He showed the best representation of everybody. He just didn't show Puerto Rico. He showed so many people, so many different nuances, so many Black colors. You saw dark skinned Hispanics, light skinned. You saw Hispanics that look a little bit more Asian. He showed a variety between the musicians, the background singers, the actors, the celebrities. Like, he showed that the Latin culture, the Latino culture, has so much beauty, so much richness, so much color, so much, just everything. Like, there's so many different cultures within the culture, in the umbrella. And I just love that. It wasn't just one shade of color. It wasn't just one shade. And then in the end, when he was shouting out every single country that is a part of Americas, like, on purpose, he ended with, he did on purpose, he did USA, Canada, but then he went back and shouted out Puerto Rico. But even when he said Haiti, he didn't say Haiti like the colonizers call Haiti, like we call Haiti now. He said Haiti, with the A. AD. That's the original name before the colonizers came and took over Haiti and all that bullshit. Read your history books. So the fact that he pronounced it the correct way, the original way before they were colonized, when he was shouting out all the different Latin countries, he even shouted out Jamaica. A lot of people don't want to claim Jamaica, the Jamaican islands. And so he even shouted them out. Like, it was just, man. Benito, you earned a fan. I've been knew about Bad Bunny before the Super Bowl because a lot of his songs end up being like TikTok reels, and he collabed with a lot of people. Like, he collabed with Cardi B, with I Like It. He collabed with different pop artists. I believe he did a song with Ariana Grande before. He's collabed with so many pop artists and hip hop artists from the beginning of his career, back when he had that short buzz cut to now his so it's just like he at one point he was wearing grills and stuff. He was looking very hip hopish back when he first started, and he's always been immersed with the Latin and hip hop culture together. So I've been knew who Bad Bunny was, but he gained me as a bigger fan. Like, I downloaded more of his music after the Super Bowl. I went and Googled the entire set list, all 13 or 14 songs that was featured, and I went and started saving shit in my playlist. And I still don't know what the fuck he's saying in these songs, but I was like, yeah, this stuff is fire. This is fire. Man, I just loved it. I don't know. Me and my dad talked about it a couple of days ago, because my dad was like, what are they gonna do next year? And I was like, I don't know. How can you top it? Let me look up the past couple of also the NFL on their YouTube channel. They had uploaded every single Super Bowl performance all in one video. It's like 2 hours long of every single Super Bowl performance in the past decade, the past 10 years. And so if you want to watch everything that since Rock Nation took over, if you want to watch all those 10 Super Bowls, you can, all in one video. It's a 2-hour video. But me and my dad were just sitting there talking, and we was like, how can they top that? Because they went real black last year with Kendrick, and then they went real Latin with Bad Bunny. It's like, who can come after those two back to back? But even before that, let's see, in the last 10 years, Super Bowl performance. Even before that, we had Usher, we had Rihanna, we had The Weeknd, we had Shakira and J-Lo, we had Maroon 5, and Maroon 5 had brought out Beyonce and them, and Bruno Mars with them. We had Justin Timberlake, we had Lady Gaga, we had Coldplay, we had, like, how can you, and that's just the past 10 years. That's not even the years before. How can you top that? The past 10 years. Since 2016. I'm sorry, there is no art unless what artist can top Kendrick and Bad Bunny for 2027? Like, I don't know. They might have to go back to old school. They might have to find a rocker, the Beatles or somebody. They might have to call somebody out of retirement or somebody from the grave. Because what the fuck? I think at this point, look, I know we against AI right now, but they need to resurrect somebody from the dead and get a hologram of somebody who ain't here no more. Like, how you gonna top this shit? Because ain't no. Some people did say Taylor Swift, and that is a possibility, but that's gonna be unseasoned. That's gonna be like unseasoned chicken on Thanksgiving. Like, what the fuck? How can you top that? Oh man, that's just crazy. That's just wild. But I don't know. Jay-Z, you got a lot of work to get started for next year. I don't know what the fuck you gonna do. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, I done. And if y'all hear it sound like it's raining outside, it is. Thank God I'm under shade, but it is raining outside. Let's see. I'm sorry, let me come back to the chats. I don't even know who won the game until yesterday. Me neither. Me neither. Soccer, yeah. Father Don said, I watched it several times, different views from people there have posted on TikTok. Yeah, yeah. So many different angles. Like when he fell backwards on stage and the dancers grabbed him or whatever. Like it's so many different. Like there are so many angles that you didn't see in the NFL cameras you saw from other people. Yeah, I didn't understand a word, but still had a blast. Hell yeah! Before Lady Gaga said in Spanish, "Is this what you want in mine?" That was so shady. That was so shady. I said, "Yeah." She said, "Is this what you wanted?" Some English. Not a word, but just enjoy the 5 minute energy. Yep. And I was in my lustful ass was looking at all the sexy people in the background. I was just like, I can fuck her, I can fuck him. He look nice. Oh, she look great. Oh, what's her number? Ooh, that black girl who was dancing in front of Pedro Pascal. I need to find her Instagram. Something. I was like, ooh, that's my type right there. Let's see. Those two gay boys dancing on the truck, when they showed them grinding on the truck, I was like, oh. Oh, man. That was a time. Shout out to Bonito. And for those who don't know, yes, even though Bad Bunny's past relationships have been with women, he has came out and admitted to be sexually fluid. So he is still a part of the Leviticua. And so, yeah, he's still a part. He's a little queer. He's not 100% straight, and I'm happy for that. Because he is fun as fuck. Yeah, I'm so tired of the fucking crybabies. Everything can't be for them. Nah, ain't nobody studying them. Ain't nobody studying them in their trash ass America First, Family First Super Bowl. So they tried to have. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then news came out that they faked the numbers. They lied about the numbers and reviews and telling their people, Turning Point cult people to watch their show on multiple devices and stuff like that. Like, and they use bots and some other bullshit. Like, come on now. We know ain't nobody, when nobody studying Kid Rock during the Super Bowl. When nobody studying that shit. I see things from an entertaining point of view. That shit was it. Didn't understand a single word, but he gave me exactly. Exactly, Ball Ross. Thanks for tapping in, Brian. Chicken Mine. And I know Chicken Mine, he he was looking at them women too in the background. He was looking at them dancers too. Don't play, Ball Ross. We know you was looking at them girls doing all them dance moves. Let's see. Fun fact, I traveled to all but 3 states. But every Mexican restaurant or food truck has embraced us wholeheartedly. Can't say the same about a black or white establishment. I teach at a school that is a dual language school. Dual language. Half of my class is black, half of my class is Latino. Different Latinos. When I tell you, the Hispanic parents be spoiling the shit out of me. Just yesterday, not yesterday, because these kids were out yesterday, day before yesterday, Thursday, a student who I had year before last, not last year, but year before last, my first year of teaching, came back to my room and gave me a Valentine's Day gift. Now, I ain't told him in 2 years. He came back and gave me a specific custom mug and some candies and teddy bear. Man, I shed a good tear. I ain't gonna lie. I cried a little bit. The mamas on holidays, Christmas and stuff, I done got hundreds of dollars. It's like they spoil the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie. I love my Latino parents. It's great. I love them. They are great. And food. When they celebrate, when they come to the school and give us food trucks and stuff, the food be banging. They be spoiling us. They be spoiling us. Let's see. Brian said basket food is why I gained 10 pounds. Yes, they are. They are. And sometimes I have parents, I don't be understanding the lick they be saying. They don't be understanding I be saying, but that Google Translator be our best friends. That Google Translator and the WhatsApp, because WhatsApp, the app you use to text and communicate, they now have translation stuff, so I can text what I need to tell them in English, and all they gotta do is press the translate button, and it'll translate in Spanish, and vice versa. They can text me in Spanish. I press the we find a way to communicate. We find a way, and they are some of the most friendliest, loving people. Even when they kids be wilding out and acting a fool, and I gotta tell them, yo, your child got a N today, or your child got a U today. They slapped somebody, or they did this, they do that. Them parents be on my side. They be on my side. They don't be in denial. Like, no, not my baby. I don't hear that. They don't do that at the house like I do with us, the black parents. Like, I don't hear that from the Hispanics. They be like, they know they kids. They know they kids be a little rambunctious. Oh man. I love the Latin parents. I ain't gonna lie. They work with me. They know it's a community. That's what I love about them. They know that it's a community effort. They don't expect me, the teacher, to do everything. We work together. It takes a village to raise a child. And again, like y'all said, they food be slapping. When they be having these potlucks and they be bringing food I be like, well, let me get my EpiPen ready because I'm about to risk life eating this food. I can't have. Even near the borders of Arizona and California, their culture is fire. Hell yes. Hell yes. Whenever I travel to Cali, I be looking for the Hispanic restaurants. I be looking for they stores, they neighborhood, they grows. I be searching over there. I be like, where they at? I don't go to California for soul food. I go to the South for soul food. When it comes to the South, when it comes to Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, I go look for my people and our food. When I go to California, when I go to New York, or when I go to Florida, I'm looking for the Latin folks. I go specifically like, yeah, that's the only food I'm eating while I'm out here. Over 4,000 people try to be one of the grass people. Around 300 were chosen. I've been seeing people on TikTok talking about the experience of the grass. Man, the grass people be cracking me up on Threads when they be posting their pictures. And then someone said, Father Dunn, I don't know if they do it on TikTok, but on Threads, they talk about gay Halloween, like gay people getting ready for their Halloween costumes or their couples costumes. And someone said, I hate gay Halloween because what do you mean we're going to be dressed like grass people this year? I was dying. I was like, I bet you it's going to be at least 5 gay couples dressed like the grass of the Super Bowl for Halloween this year. I don't know if they do that trend on TikTok, but on Threads, they be like, gay Halloween about to be lit. We're going to be dressed as grass. Oh, let's see. I love Mexican food and need my neighbors to feed me more. Right. We got some new neighbors that are Hispanic who they bought a house a couple of like down the road from us, and they're building their farm. They have cows, chickens. I think they got one Highland cow. It's one of them big old things, or a bull or whatever. But either way, they're slowly building their little farm, and it's so cute. But every once in a while, the chickens escape and they be in our yard. And my dad's like, they lucky. I love them because that chicken will be in our oven. We don't kill the neighbors' chickens, but they be escaping. One time they horse escaped and end up in our yard. For some reason, our yard is the let all the animals come to hang out yard. For some reason, out of all our neighbors, we don't understand why. Let's see. Brian said, I'm happy he told me all the countries where I can find the big booty Latinos. Man, what? You look, you got a pen and paper right now, everything Bad Bunny said. Okay, I love Vida, 80, Dominican. Like, yes, Brian is a fool. Look, go back and watch that video on YouTube to write all the countries down by name. This show was a whole fiesta, full Latin culture on display. I'm totally here for it. Facts, TJ. Let's see, a nice way to annoy the MAGAs around town. Oh, they were so in their feelings and mad. If I does that, I downloaded it. Oh yeah, I forgot. See, I don't have iPhone, but I know that Apple Music always have the playlist. Yeah. Every year, whoever performed, they'll have the playlist. So I know y'all iPhone lovers. I already got that playlist. Got me freshening up on my Spanish. What up, number 6? Thanks for tapping in. The better brother. Thanks for tapping in, Randall. Appreciate you. I'm fine with Tay Tay, but you know who ain't? They gonna be complaining about her too, right? They gonna find a reason to complain, even if they did pick Taylor Swift for next year. The MAGAs are gonna find a way to complain. Let's see. Mitzi said, did you watch Essence Fest last year? I watched some of the performances. I need to talk about Essence Fest more. I did watch some of the performances, but not everything. I missed quite a few. But I do love Essence Festival. I always wanted to go, but timing and the funds are never on my side. But I did see some of the performances online on YouTube and stuff. Yes. That's how me and my neighbors talk. You just described Parker. God. Oh, man. So I say all that to say, Super Bowl, well, Jay-Z and Rock Nation, y'all really, really set the bar pretty high these past couple of years. I want to say the past 4 or 5 years. And I don't know how y'all gonna top Bad Bunny. I don't know how you're gonna top Bad Bunny, especially right after Kendrick. Y'all gonna have to give the white people something before they lose their fucking mind, before they lose their shit. Y'all gotta give them something. Throw them a bone. I don't know what artist is better than Bad Bunny and Kendrick, but y'all gotta throw them a bone because they about to lose their mind. They about to have a whole stroke if y'all don't give them something. Let's see oh, really? That's dope. I did see, now I gotta go back and go look for that video. Cause I did see some of the Hot Boys, the Young Money, that whole thing. I did see some of that stuff. No Limit concert. Now you're gonna make me have to go back and try to find that video. But yeah, that's dope, Bitsy. That is dope. Let's see. All right. So let's switch gears. So, I'm a critic. My review of the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show. If Kendrick was a 10 out of 10 for me, Bad Bunny is also a 10 out of 10. Even with the language barrier, it's still that performance, the costuming, the dancing, the vocals, the singing, all the guest appearances, amazing. 10 out of 10. I rewatched it multiple times. I'll go back to that a lot. So yes, that's my rating for this year's Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny. Now let's move on and talk about some movies. Well, a movie. Let's see. because y'all know 2 weeks ago, probably 3 weeks at this point, we had Memphis had Snowmageddon where we were snowed in and I had nothing to do but pull a Jack Sparrow and watch a bunch of stuff that that was in theaters, but I couldn't go to a theater. So there has been a couple of new movies that came out in January that I did watch and I need to play catch up on reviewing them. And one of them is called, let me get my notes, Send Help. Send Help is Send Help was released back in January in theaters. It could be on streaming now at this point, because y'all know how fast this shit be going from theaters to streaming. But it is directed by Sam Raimi, and for those who might not know, Sam Raimi is the director and producer and writer who gave us the Evil Dead franchise. He gave us the Evil Dead franchise. He gave my favorite horror film growing up, Drag Me to Hell. That came out in 2009. He gave us the I believe it was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I think those were the non-horror stuff. Yeah, the Tobey Maguire series of Spider-Man series. Sam Raimi has been in the movie industry for a long time, but he is most famous and popular for his horror franchise, The Evil Dead. He also did Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and The Oz and Great and Powerful, Dark Man, Simple Plan, The Gift. He's done a lot of stuff. So he decided to come out and release a dark comedy thriller. And for me, this one is more comedy than horror. It has some horror elements. That's why it's probably considered a thriller than horror, but it's a horror comedy thriller directed by Sam Raimi, and it stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien as two colleagues stranded on a desert island after a plane crash, forced to confront their past grievances in a darkly humorous survival story. So that's pretty much the gist of it. It's not that long. It's like an hour and 50-ish minutes. And it came out, January 30th. That was the release date. And so it's probably still in theaters as we speak. So, but yeah, it's basically what it says. Two people who were together, were traveling for work, plane crash, and then they ended up stranded on an island and they have to survive, and hijinks ensue. You got the timid little Rachel McAdams playing the timid worker stuck with Dylan O'Brien, who is her boss. And they're trying to survive being stranded. And I think the timeline of the movie is so vague, but I think they were stranded on there for like a couple of months, quote unquote. And so throughout this film, you got them trying to, Rachel McAdams going out there hunting a boar, trying to keep them alive, keep them afloat, protect them. Dylan O'Brien, his character is injured, so he couldn't do much in the movie but talk crap and to her and abuse her verbally, because he was like, "I'm your boss, you do what I say, yada yada yada." But it's like, bro, we're stuck on an island. We are, you can't really be my boss now at this point, because you have to rely on me. You have to depend on me to stay alive. But the writing in this is great. Shout out to the writers and Sam Raimi, who directed and co-written it. But the writing is hilarious. The jokes are funny. The funny moments, because it is Sam Raimi, Mr. Evil Dead. There are going to be a little bit. It's not too much squeamish moments, but there are some moments, little body horror, a little, people, bones sticking out, people's get eye gouging and things like that. It can get if you don't like, if you're like me and you're easily squeamish, there will be little moments of that, but it's not like the whole movie. It's not too crazy gory, but they have their moments and you like, oh, you gotta look away from the screen, but the comedy helps alleviate some of that stuff, and it's just great. It's very, very entertaining. It's very fun. I had a good time watching this. The dynamic between the two characters, because there are parts where you think they're getting along and being respectful and learning to care about each other because they have to rely on each other to survive this stranded island. But then you realize now they're both jerks, and human nature, survival of the fittest, betrayal and things like that happen. But it's so funny. The jokes land, the acting superb. Rachel McAdams, this is her movie. Like you could tell she was having a good time in this film. There are parts of the film where you really feel bad for her character, but then there are parts where you like, this girl is psycho. She got to go. Like, she is crazy. And same with Dylan O'Brien. Like, these actors really played well off each other. The chemistry was perfect. Like, I can't picture other actors playing these roles together and it working out well. Like, it was just real good, real dope. Super hilarious. It was a fun time. It's a great popcorn flick. It's a great movie that you can watch with a group of friends, especially if you go to the theaters and y'all. It's one of those movies where you're yelling at the screen, talking at the screen, laughing, and be like, "What the heck? What is wrong with y'all?" Like, just going crazy. It was a fun time. I do wish I had seen this in theaters. And I found out that they did shoot this movie with the intention of 3D because there is the option of watching it in 3D in theaters. And so I wish I was but Snowmageddon wouldn't let me. I wish I was able to watch it in theaters in 3D. So I think that would have been even more funny and more amazing. But watching it as it was at the house, it was still good. Had a great time. Beautiful film. It's not award winning. It's not gonna be one of them films that you be like, oh, I wish this won an Oscar. Hell, it probably won't even win an MTV award. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time. It was a wild ride. I think it's a great entry for people who don't like horror movies, who probably would be scared, people who probably would avoid the Evil Dead franchise or Drag Me to Hell. I think this would be a perfect entry because of the comedy, because of the comic relief, the jokes, and everything. I think, and because of the more lightheartedness, I think this will be a perfect intro. Like, if you can watch this, if you can handle this, then you could maybe slide into the Evil Dead franchise or Drag Me to Hell or anything else that Sam Raimi has ever done horror wise. I think this is a good, I think this is probably my third favorite Sam Raimi movie. Out of his entire catalog. I really had a great time, a fun time with this. Well worth at least a matinee. It's well worth going to the theaters to see, in my eyes. So I would give, and I'm being so vague with it and not telling you any spoilers or what happens or how it ends or whether or not they survive or they perish or trapped on the island. Because I want you to go see the film yourself. I want you to see the movie yourself. And I want y'all to support this film. This is one of those films, we always complain about sequels, reboots, doing the same stuff over and over again, remakes. Well, this is an original story by Sam Raimi. This is an original story, original concept. Well, probably not original concept because there's plenty of stranded on island movies, but this is an original story. This is something that's more small scale, not big, huge blockbuster. So I think I really encourage people to go out and support this film, watch it, go see it. When it comes to streaming, rent it, buy it, whatever, watch it. I support it. I love it. I give this an 8.5 out of 10. Sin Help is a great, entertaining, fun ride. You will not be sorry that you watched it or you wasted an hour and 50 minutes of your time. Yeah, so I highly recommend it. Yep, 8.5 out of 10 for me. With Sin Help, I really did love it. I appreciate when directors give us something original and something even at a small scale like this. It was still good, still entertaining, still beautifully shot, and you could tell that the director and the actors had a great time. You can tell that they had fun. And I would love to see some behind the scenes commentary or some behind the scenes footage of um, how, what they did, how things happened, blooper reels. Like, this is one of those films that you want to see a blooper reel of certain scenes, especially when things go down in that final act. Like, yeah, like that's crazy. Like, it was a lot of fun. But anywho, yeah, Sin Help, great film, amazing. Not a January slump, because people say people throw movies out in January to die. This ain't one of those. This is one of those great gems. So definitely watch it. What up, Bear? Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you, bro. Hit that replay gang, #replay. Let's see. Yeah, but that's it for me, y'all. I don't have much to say except I love the Super Bowl halftime show with Benito, and I love Sin Help. It was a great film, so much fun, and so I had a blast with both. More will be coming soon. I did watch a lot more stuff during the Snowmageddon, so I do have to play catch up. However, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Next Saturday, I am either gonna have to cancel that show or I'm gonna have to push it back a couple of hours because I have to take my praxis test. For those who don't know, in order to be a certified teacher, you have to take like 5 or 6 tests and pass. And I've taken 4 out of 5. I've only passed 1 and I have to retake a whole lot. But anyways, I digress. I have to take another praxis test next Saturday morning. And those tests can usually run about 2 hours-ish. So yeah, there will be no Snake Cinema podcast at its regular time. I'm gonna either put, and depending on how I feel, like if I fail this test, I probably don't feel like talking to nobody because I'm tired of failing this damn test. So either it's good next Saturday's show gonna either be canceled altogether or I'm gonna push it back to the afternoon. But either way, I say all that to say y'all can sleep in Saturday morning, next Saturday. Y'all folks, my usual people, y'all can sleep in, cut your alarms off. There will be no Snake Cinema podcast on its original time next Saturday. But when I do come back, either next week or that afternoon, we will be talking. Let me get my show notes, because I try to keep my schedule and everything written down. We will be talking what's next on the docket. We'll be talking music. J. Cole dropped his new album, his much anticipated album, The Fall Off, and R&B singer Ella Mai dropped her most anticipated album. If y'all are Ella Mai fans, she just dropped her album, Do You Still Love Me? And so the next show will be music heavy. We'll be talking J. Cole's new album and Ella Mai's new album. So that is gonna be coming up, and then we'll switch back and go back to a couple of movies that I had missed in January and February. So that's the schedule for right now as we know it. And I will keep y'all updated on Instagram. If you're not following me, Creative Reptiles on Instagram, That's where I do most of my postings and everything and things that are going on. Thank you, Orlando. Appreciate you. Thank you, Mitzi. Thank you. Focus on the test. We can wait for great news the following week. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. I see. Oh, okay. I'll check that out, Missy. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah. So that's on the docket again later on this evening. OTP on DJ's channel, Off the Plank podcast. I think it's going to be an open panel show. They were going to have Dr. Ben from RGI, the shed testing company, but something came up. So he's going to be on next week, next Saturday. But there's still going to be a show. And then after that, on Wiz's channel, part 2 of the auction for Bosa. So let's show up and show out for Bosa on Sophisticated Ignorance tonight. Donate. And again, if you're not going to participate or buy anything off the auction, you can always just send money to Bosa directly on Cash App. I'm going to keep showing this until I get tired or until Bosa gets tired of me doing it. But we're going to support our brother and his family, support him and his children, and Diana Strong forever. Yes, so let's show up and show out. What up, Jamie? Thanks for tapping in. Hit that replay, gang. #replay. So yeah. And then Sunday, Everyday Keepers, Father Dunn. I'm not sure who his guest is, but Father Dunn, Everyday Keepers, Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time, the real time zone. And then we got Fred and AJ show, The Serpent. Sunday show will be on right after Father Dunn's. And so, yeah. And then, of course, every Thursday, the Shenanigans podcast on this channel with me, Father Dunn, Candy, Bear, and Maki. Support us. Also brought to you and sponsored by ENT Reptile. So we appreciate all y'all and all the love. Thank y'all. Good luck on your thank you, Mitzi. Thank you. Yes, I gotta continue to study so I can keep my certification. Oh man, this stuff is tough. Oh, congratulations, Jamie. Tired guys. He says, sorry I'm late. Had a girl start laying. My first clutches arriving. Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy for you. I'm still waiting on my 2 girls to lay their eggs. They are taking forever. But, one thing about these animals, they teach you patience. But they are starting to lay funny and lay weird, getting uncomfortable. So I know these eggs are coming soon. But congrats, Jamie. I'm so happy for you. Your first clutch. Yes. Oh, I know that feeling. That feeling is great. It's amazing. It's nothing like it. So yeah, focus on that mama for right now. And you can always watch the replay of this show. But appreciate you for always tapping in, Jamie. You always been real supportive. Love you, brother. Man, that's a good feeling. It just made me happy just seeing that. That really just made me happy for you. I can't wait to see what babies you produce from that clutch. But let's see. Any more housekeeping? Nope. I'll see y'all tonight on OTP and Sophisticated Ignorance. If I'm not on the panels, I will at least be in the chizzy chats talking shit like I always do and being nasty and flirtatious. Again, happy Valentine's Day to everybody, both those who are couples and those who are single. And yeah, somebody send me a beautiful big black woman or trans woman so I can have some Uber Eats tonight. I really do. I'm lonely. Anyways, if you know, you know. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let me quit being wild and crazy. And I'll talk to y'all next week, at least next Thursday, if not next Saturday. I'll definitely talk to y'all next Thursday. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace out. Home slices.
episode, speeding truth, old school jams and the latest youth. We keep it real, no sugarcoat.